We'd like to show you the easy process that we use for making bone broth. We're using deer bones here, and this pretty much just takes time. So we put a whole pot full of bones that weren't able to be used with some meat on them in a pot on top of the wood-burning stove. And we'll let this go for about a day or two. So after a day or two, we'll check it. And what we're looking for here is that the meat is falling off of the bones. Doing this during the winter is great because we already have the wood burning stove going. We're not wasting any energy. At this point, we just use a strainer to strain all the bones and debris out of the liquid. Charlie is very, very interested in the process at this point. He might get a little bit. So after that, we use all of our old cuttings from our onions, and also we'll throw in some bay leaves.
Yep.
And we also are going to throw in some cuttings from carrots. We save these in the freezer when we're cutting up all these vegetables, and we use them for our stock to give it a little bit more flavor. This works really, really well. It's also reusing things that we were going to throw out. And we'll put it back on the wood-burning stove and let this go for another day. So once that's complete, we will strain out all the vegetables, and this broth will then end up going outside. Since it's winter, it's fairly cold out. We'll set this outside until it cools down and the fat on top will solidify. And then once it's solidified, we will cut it off of the surface and strain that out as well. That way this fat is not part of our actual broth. When we're done, we'll warm it up one more time and add a little bit of salt just to give it some taste. And at this point, this broth looks pretty good. You can see the change in color after we put the onions and carrots in there. It darkens it up quite a bit. But this is ready to pour into some canning jars, and we'll run this through the pressure canner. And at that point, it'll go on the shelf, and we can make all kinds of things out of it.